Coach, we'll start with an opening statement and then take questions.
Well, what a win. That was a lot of fun. It's fun to win a game like that where your back's to the wall and you got to make a play to win the game and to see our guys come through and do it. Just so proud of our team. There were a lot of times during the game today we didn't make plays. We had opportunities and credit Eastern Michigan. They've done a great job. And that's a good football team. And they were very stout on defense. I thought they did a really nice job inside on us. They were sliding off blocks, getting people free on offense. They did a great job protecting that guy, but they know what they're doing. They get rid of the ball quick. That guy he gets himself in trouble and gets rid of the ball. We have no sacks, we have no tackles for loss. He did a really nice job. And a couple times he threw it up in the air. We had a chance to make a play. We didn't. They did. And it's just really impressed with what they've done. And it was a battle the whole way through. But again, just going back to the way we finished. And we put some drives together, ran the ball and ate up some clock and limited their possessions. And that helped us because they were making some plays and they were scoring when they were getting it. And that last play by Gibby, I can't tell you how proud I am of the defense because we're out there celebrating and jumping up and down and congratulating each other. And David Epperly, the referees over there saying, hey, it was a timeout. And all of a sudden the bubble has burst. And there's a lot of people that would have a difficult time handling that. And, our guys just regrouped. We got in the huddle, and Jay made a good call, and our guys made a really good play, and Gibby just hit that guy right. And he hit him any higher, he probably didn't get knocked back, because that was a big kid carrying the ball. And he hit him any lower, he might have dove right over the top of him and scored. He hit him just right square in the thigh board and upended him, and he was, man, he couldn't have been but an inch short. And it was just a great play and a lot of fun to win. So, yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Coach, I know that every time after a win, you're always running over to the course, celebrating, you're always pumped up. Today was no exception. How much do these home wins mean to you when you're able to go over there and just kind of go a little nuts after a win like that?
Every win. I'd go over there if there was nobody in the stands. And somebody will stand and sing that song with us after a victory, I'm going to be over there. And so, it's fun. The Corps over there, they're of all the 34,000 people in the stadium, 4,000 of those cadets over there, they're the loudest group in there. And they care and it matters to them. And, that's our team. That's who we're playing for. So it's fun to go over there and celebrate with the Corps for sure.
With the big crowd that you had, the 34,000, on those 2-point conversions, was that the loudest you think you've heard the stadium since you've been here?
I don't even know if anybody was yelling. I was focused on the job we had to do, and I frankly I don't even know if it was loud or not. It probably was. You got a better idea on that than me. But I was talking to Jay the whole time, and we're communicating, and I frankly didn't hear it. But I'm glad it was loud. That's good.
How do you kind of control the sidelines and the team? Like you said, when you make a stop and then your bubble kind of gets burst, do you have to say much, or do you have such good leadership out there that those guys know what they need to do?
No, we didn't have to. They got right back in there and just were determined. We're going to stop them right here. They didn't complain or didn't try to make excuses. They knuckled down and said, all right, give us the call. We'll go execute it. And they did.
Is this the kind of improvement you want to see when you look back from that Tulane game and you lose on a goal line play and you come back and you make an improvement on defense and you get the stop this time? Is that the type of improvements you look through game to game within a season?
Against Tulane, we did a much better job of defending. We did a much better job defending Tulane than we did Eastern Michigan. Against Tulane, we really did a poor job on that last drive. Tulane had 19 plays, 75 yards, and scored on the last play there. walking in the end zone, and I'm disappointed we didn't make some of those plays. And today, kind of the same boat. We had him scrambling. We were about to sack him. He tosses the ball up for grabs. We really got a shot to go get it, to knock it out of bounds or knock it down, and credit their kid. He went up and got the ball, and in the first half, same situation. They had their backs to the building down here, and on third down, the kid threw it up, and Jalen was backpedaling and kind of mistimed his jump, and their kid did, and he came down with it. They went down and scored on the drive. So we didn't do a great job throughout the day defending them. We made some plays, but gosh, we missed a lot of plays. And I'm glad we had to make two there at the end. We had the one on timeout and the second one, and those were the two biggest plays of the game.
Finally, when you were running over to the core, I don't know if you black out in that situation, but you pick up an Eastern Michigan chair and you throw it up your sling. Is that something you do, or like I said, is it just blackout mode and you're just going out there and you're celebrating?
Oh, I'm excited. It was a great win. It was a thrilling win. And it comes down to one play, and had they made that play, we'd be devastated. It would be just the opposite. The emotion, just the gut punch that you feel. I mean, my poor family, my wife and my kids and my parents are here every game. They got to endure that when we lose, because I am no fun to be around most of the time, but I'm really not fun when we lose. And because I sulk, and it just goes through the whole game in my mind, and it hurts, and you're ticked off, and it's hard to swallow that when your kids want to play Barbie dolls, and your wife just wants to sit there with you on the couch because you haven't had a chance to do that all week. And so, thank God we won. We're gonna enjoy some pizza and some good times at home. So, I got a great wife. I'm very fortunate.
Okay.
Coach, you mentioned you didn't get sacks or tackles for loss today, the one interception by Cole Christensen. Was it their offensive line that just gave their quarterback great protection?
He did, but they're throwing the ball really quick. They're getting rid of it. A lot of, we played retreat man, and we're skipping out of our pedal, and they throw a quick out. I mean, he catches the ball, takes one step, and fires it out to the flat. Or they run a slant route, and he's kind of holding it, and we're just about to get there, and he throws the fade route to number 2. He's just getting rid of it quick. When they were going real fast, they were running 2 plays. They were running the power play and handing it off to the back, or they were throwing the screen route, or the screen pass out there. I don't know how many times they get a first down, they go real fast, and it was power or it was screen. And we weren't getting lined up, or we were getting cut. We had the corner out there supposed to leverage, and the number 2 guy comes out and cuts him, and the guy spins around the edge, and he just get rid of the ball quick. Like I said, they know what they're doing. That's their offense. They're really good at doing what they do. It's completely different from what we do, but I think their kid is much like Ahmad. He's good at running their offense. Ahmad is good at running our offense because they've got a lot of experience doing it.
Coach, talking about Ahmad Bradshaw, 4 drives over 75 yards today. You had that long 60-yard run. You carried 19 times while you rotated the fullback. Just tell us about how he was maintaining those drives and the momentum.
He makes great decisions, and he's a very poised leader. I'm very emotional, and I get riled up, I get mad, I get excited, and he just even keel. And that's a great quality for a quarterback, because something goes really good, he might pump his fist and get excited, but he's right back in the moment. He's got a laser focus on what he's supposed to do. And same thing when something goes bad, we'll get after him, but he's just right back in the moment and gets it corrected. And he's a great competitor.
You had over 400 yards rushing today, but it seemed like in the middle of some of the drives, the Eastern Michigan defense looked frustrated that they couldn't stop the blocking of your offensive line. How did you feel they did in leading the offense on the rushing?
The offensive line?
Yeah.
That group, they continue to impress me. Just their toughness, they're physical, very confident, and we have a lot of confidence in them. And I think Brent and Spence and Sean are doing a great job coaching those guys, and they get great energy, and and there's a bunch of good leaders. Bryce Holland is an outstanding leader. Brett Toth's an outstanding leader, and they, I think they epitomize what I want our football team to be. Just a bunch of tough, physical guys. And you can argue there's bigger guys and more talented guys, more athletic guys, and guys with better feet. They're probably is a whole bunch more better than them. But I don't know if there's a group of guys plays as a unit as well as they do together. And they hold each other accountable. They jump each other out there on the field and on the sideline. And they got each other's back. But when one of them needs chewing out, we don't have to do it. They take care of it themselves. And it's a really strong unit and a strong group.
Coach, what was the plan for Darnell today? And can you talk about leaning on him on that last touchdown drive a little bit and getting into the end zone?
We really wanted to play him somewhere between 10 and 15 snaps. I don't know how many he got. I think he had 9 carries. Is that correct? So I don't know how many more snaps he had than that. And that really was what we had hoped for, was to have him somewhere between 10 and 15 plays to get him going. Not so much that it would wear his knee down again. He's fresh off of surgery. So that we felt like if he had too many more than that, might start to irritate it, swell up, and we wouldn't have him going forward. We wanted to get him enough to get him some confidence, run the ball and get bounced around a little bit and get him out of the game and have him healthy as we go forward. So hopefully, there won't be too much of a negative reaction with his knee, and he'll be ready to go for next week as well.
What's a win like this do for the program, like going down to the wire?
I think Ahmad maybe said it, that every win is important. Just every time you have a chance to get a victory, it means something, and it does for our team. Just to be able to overcome adversity, that to me is really important. We did that against Buffalo in the second game. We had our backs to the wall. We were down 10 points at halftime and played a really strong second half. Kept them out of the end zone, kept them off the board altogether, and scored a couple touchdowns to win the game. And felt like that helped us grow as a team, helped our confidence. And this one should too. Just the fact that we were able to find a way to make a play. And John Voight getting the onside kick, that was a big play. As good as those guys are throwing the ball, there's 40 seconds left on the clock. They got another crack at it. It could have been trouble. So that was a big play of the game too.
Coach, is there any thought about going for a field goal at the end of the first half?
The
about 50 yards.
Yes, that's been the same thing. I think we're at the 33-yard line maybe. So the guy said, "You want to go for a 50-yarder?" I said, "No." We threw 2 passes. The one to Jeff Monken, we were really hoping he would kind of back shoulder throw that. They were playing very heavy inside leverage on our wideouts, and so it was just a streak route. And he got the ball out there and tried to throw it over the top. Jeff didn't have him beat. He was kind of running side by side, and really he should have thrown it back shoulder, which means Jeff would kind of roll open and he'd throw it back away from the defender rather than trying to throw it over the top of the defender. And he didn't hit it. And then the second one, we tried to hit Harrison, and really at that point we're just trying to make a play. And I was hoping the first time when he hit Jeff might have back shoulder caught that thing about the 5-yard line, somewhere in there. We're in field goal range. We could have taken a couple cracks running the ball if we didn't hit it and kick a field goal. That was really the intention. But did we complete a pass? I don't think we did. I tried to get our passing stats up. Had the punter throw one. Couldn't catch that one either. So.
How important is that going forward, the passing game? I know it's not part of your...
It's not. Not if we can run the ball. It's not important at all. There'll be times where we're going to throw it again or try to throw it, and hopefully we'll hit them. And I think if we can hit some passes and hit some play actions, it'll help us. We'll hit a big play for a touchdown, but You know, we gotta be able to run the ball. That's the bottom line. And, you know, I was disappointed we had one drive there in the second half. We had back-to-back negative yardage plays. We had a negative yardage play. John Trader jumped, I shouldn't call on names. He jumped off sides, and we were 1st and 15. We got a negative yardage play, so it's 2nd and 20. We got a negative yardage play, it's 3rd and 21, and we can't do that. We got to run the ball and stay on schedule and get first downs. That's our offense. So, but you know, there's a bunch of good things in the game. There were a lot of good plays, and we're gonna be able to see those on film. Sometimes the ones you didn't make stand out more because you realize had we made a play there, it might have changed the game, and we wouldn't have had such a emotional finish.
Coach, when you're winning games like this, 4 home games now, does it just help all your positive feeling going out to practice, next week and for the balance of the season, more confidence out of these wins, especially winning a close game?
I'm gonna tell you, it's much easier to go out there the next week and practice the next week with a victory. And though there's gonna be a ton of mistakes we made, a ton of mistakes. I was disappointed with the way we were playing all the way through the game. First half, I mean, I smoked the guys at halftime. I didn't think we were playing very good. And all through the second half, I just didn't think we were making plays. But we won the game. We can still come in here tomorrow and all next week and correct those mistakes and show them what they did wrong. And it's a lot easier to look up there and say, hey, this isn't very good. This isn't what we're looking for. Or for us as a staff to look and say, you know what? We could have made a better call here, or we could have made this adjustment. Learn those things without having to pay the ultimate price and lose. That helps a bunch for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.